Hi, it's Karen here from KC Sunshine Adventures, and we're doing a little bit of a story for Australians overseas or overseas people that would like to try or understand a little bit about one of our favourite kind of takeaway foods, fish and chips. And we're here at our favourite fish and chip place in Oceangrove where we live, and it's called, ta-da, the Ocean View. And as you can see, the ocean is just that away. It's New Year's Day, there's a heap of people down here. We might have a bit of a wait for our order, but we're going to get a bit of a selection to show you and walk you through all the different yummy, delicious, deep fried things that are on offer. So let's go in. Put in an order, please. Yeah, okay. Can I get a piece of flake?
Yeah.
Minimum chip?
Yeah.
2 potato cakes?
Yeah.
A hamburger with the lot?
Yeah.
What else do we want to get, Chris?
Fried dim sum.
Oh yeah, deep fried dim sum.
Yeah.
Do you have corn jacks?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, one of them.
No problem.
And a Chico roll.
Yeah.
And a pumpkin cake.
Yeah.
And a banana fritter, and I think that's it. Yay! All right. You're paying, Chris. So they've got like a zillion staff on today because it is really busy. We've got a ticket, nice shady spot. We're going to sit and wait for our order, and then we're going to take it back home, and because we've got all our condiments at home, so you can have the real experience. Talk to you soon. Okay, so here we are back at our house, away from the tourist chaos. I'm just going to walk you through condiments. These are a variety of different condiments that Australians generally have on their fish and chips. I don't eat all of them. I'll talk to you about my favourites. But this is the first one, malt vinegar. Delicious on your chips. Yay. Tomato sauce, or ketchup as some people call it. I'm not a fan of it, but a lot of people like it on their chips and fish and stuff. Mayonnaise, a lot of people have this on their chips. Sweet chili sauce, another thing that a lot of people have on their chips. And because we've got a dim sum, soy sauce as well. And we generally find that there's not enough salt, and I'm like a big salt addict, so we like to put some sea salt flakes on as well. So, yay. All right. Okay, so we've got our packets. I've got the, this is the hamburger, and over here is the banana fritter, but I'll show you them later. That's dessert. No dessert first. So we'll do the grand reveal. Always comes wrapped in paper. Here we go. All right, look at all that golden deep fried goodness. So what have we got here? There's a discussion about the minimum chips. It is a thing. No one really quite knows what the minimum chips are, but it's meant to be for one person. But we've got a fair bit of food here, so we're going to share that we only got the minimum chips. But here's our piece of flake. Flake is actually shark. No bones in it, and I do eat fish, so I'm going to do a taste test of that. This is, in Victoria, these are known as potato cakes, unlike other parts of Australia who call them potato scallops, but we are potato cake people. So we'll talk about them. Now it's a bit hot. Just gonna fish through here. Not sure which is which here. We've got a corn jack and a Chico roll. Well, both look a bit mysterious, so we'll have to see what's in there. And I think we've got a pumpkin cake here. Yes, we do. Pumpkin cake, similar to a potato cake. We only ordered 2 potato cakes, but they're giving us 3. And here's our dim sum. All right, so What shall we start with first? I might start with the fish first. I always like to have a little bit of lemon on my fish, and a lot of people have tartare. I don't have tartare, but I'll try the lemon. So here's one I prepared earlier. Oh, and the other thing that I like to have is a nice glass of wine as well. All right, so a good squeeze. And a little bit more salt. And I'll just, it's really super crunchy, but I'll just break that open for you to see. It's a very light fish. It's delicious. Gidget here wants to help, but no chips for you. Come back one year, Gidget. That's delicious. I'll just eat a little bit more of this and then we'll try some of the other mysterious bits and pieces. So the other thing that we do is that we don't use cutlery generally. Well, we don't. It's always been a thing. You get down and dirty with your fingers.
Whilst eating fish and chips.
Of course, whilst eating fish and chips. I'm not talking about a roast dinner or anything, Chris. All right, so I'm just cutting this one open. Ooh. I reckon this is the Chico roll. Okay. It has cabbage and carrot and a mysterious meat. I don't eat red meat, so Chris is going to be taste test these for us. I have eaten Chico rolls in the past. They are very iconic. I think they have mutton in them, which doesn't sound that appealing, but I'll get Chris to do a taste test. Here, Chris, you're going to have a bite and you can tell me what you think. Well, I cut open the corn jack, which is one I can have. All right, so that is obviously the corn jack. Kind of weird. I'm not sure if might be a long time ago since I've had one of these, but oh, hot. Okay, so we've got a kind of a spring roll crust. It's jam-packed with corn in kind of a, I want to say bechamel sauce, but it's not. It's a kind of a creamy sauce. It's pretty tasty. It is quite nice. What did you think of the Chico roll, Chris?
It tastes like I remember it. You can't tell what sort of meat, but sort of cabbagey and veggie. Yeah, it's a nice flavour.
Would you like a condiment to go with it?
No, I'll probably eat it on its own.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll just cut for now. Sprinkle vinegar on our chips. Ooh. I don't know, you need to put a generous splash on, I reckon, because the chips tend to absorb it and then there's sort of no flavour. And when you ask for it at the fish and chip shop to put vinegar on, I think they use the vinegar from their pickled onion jars and you don't taste it at all. We forgot to order a pickled onion. That is a very Australian thing to do. Order a pickled onion. I'm going to put a little bit more salt on as well. The chips are not French fries, and I know when we go to the States they always have the skin on the chips, but these never have skin on them. But they're kind of fat and they're usually pretty tasty. They're tasty, they're not crisp. Be nicer if they were crisp, but they're pretty good. Yeah, but that's kind of like a minimum chips, which is heaps for two people. All right, so we've got pumpkin versus potato cakes. Which is the most delicious? Let's have a go. I've cut it open so you can see what it is. And it's kind of a slice of potato in batter, deep fried. I put some salt on it before. Let's have a taste. Pretty good. Let's try the pumpkin one. Right, Orange, you can't get pumpkin cakes in all fish and chip shops either. They're a bit of a new item generally, but they're usually pretty nice. So let's have a go. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but pumpkin wins today. This is really delicious. The pumpkin's really sweet, and the batter on the pumpkin cake's really crisp and crunchy. So whilst it's a dear old friend, the potato cake, it was a bit on the soggy side today. Pumpkin wins. Both delicious, but pumpkin wins today. Dim sim, adventure time, but not for me because I don't eat red meat. I'll cut it open. I'll do it lengthwise this time. Chris is our official taste tester. So you can see what it looks like inside. Meat and cabbage is what I can see, maybe a bit of onion, and it's in kind of a crispy outer casing. I used to like a dim sim when I ate red meat. Here, Chris, there you go.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a winner?
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner, but
Peppery,
there's no chicken here.
salty.
All right, great. Okay. We're going to eat this a little bit more, then we're going to dissect that hamburger. Okay, so it's hamburger time. So I'll just unwrap this. Now we ordered one with a lot. One with a lot is different to every fish and chip shop. When I ate meat, I was always really partial to when they had beetroot in it. So I'm not quite sure if we got beetroot today or not. I'm going to take that off. Some sesame seed bun. I'll cut it in half so we can see it, the layers and what it's got in it. It's very different to burgers in the States though. Very different. No beetroot. All right, so we've got some layers here. I need to take my sunnies off so I can see it properly. So we've got tomato, we've got lettuce, we've got the burger, bacon, but that's bacon. So I'll do a point with this. So we've got tomato, lettuce, burger, bacon, egg, and oh no, that's just a mysterious little bit of burger at the top.
Some onion on the side there.
Where's the onion? Oh yeah, some fried onion there too. So fried egg is kind of quintessential Australian in a burger as well. So Chris is going to eat this afterwards, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it, Chris? Except Chris doesn't eat egg and he doesn't eat tomato. You'd probably eat the rest of it though, wouldn't you, Chris?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's that. Dessert time. Nice big greasy mark on this banana fritter bag means it's going to be extra delicious. I would normally eat it with a bit of ice cream in a bowl, but we're just, for the purposes of today, ooh, looks like a little prawn or something, doesn't it? For the purposes of today, I'm just going to eat it as natural as it is. I'll go for the little section of it first. So cheers. That's pretty good. It's nice and crisp and crunchy on the outside, and the banana's sort of soft and squishy on the inside. I think I probably would prefer it in a bowl with a little bit of ice cream, but as I said, I was just going to do it a la natural. So there we are today. This is, I don't know, a lot of Australians eat this as their favourite takeaway. It's not exactly good for you. Often we'll buy a salad to try and counteract all the greasy food. But yeah, it is something that Australians quite enjoy. So I thought we'd walk you through it. As I said, if you're from overseas and you haven't actually tried Australian fish and chips before, you might find this interesting. Or if you're an Aussie living overseas and you miss this stuff, you might find this interesting as well, or a bit of nostalgia, or it might make you feel sick. I'm actually feeling like I've eaten a little bit too much. Anyhow, really interested in your comments. So, do you call it a potato cake or a potato scallop? Please put that in the comments. Okay, so if you've enjoyed watching us eating our dinner, fish and chips, and this walk through what a quintessential fish and chip dinner would look like in Australia, then please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more of our adventures, and we do all sorts of different things, it's not just about eating, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we're gonna maybe, well, I might have a bit more of my wine, but we're gonna nibble away now for the rest of our fish and chips. But as I said to you before, it's New Year's Day. I'm not sure when we'll get to post this, but I will say Happy New Year at the moment. So thank you so much for watching it. And yeah, ciao meow for now.